This video is going to be a little different from my other videos, but stick with me. If you enjoy and contemplate history as deeply as I do, I think you'll appreciate this. This is a follow-up to my What Happened at Night in World War I video. I really wanted to share a behind-the-scenes story about an astonishing experience I had while researching for that video. If you haven't seen that one and want to check it out to have the full context, I'll put a link to it in the description. In that video, I told the story about the men of the Australian 20th Battalion who came under attack by a German barrage and trench raid in the Bridoux Salient on the night of May 5th, 1916. This all began because I wanted to explain how a box barrage was used for trench raids. I was searching for a thorough description or a source mentioning it being used in the war. That's when I discovered the story about the 20th Battalion in Australia's official history of the war. I thought, that's perfect, that's exactly what I needed. And I found the story so compelling, I decided to write it into the script for my video. Many days later, when I was editing that portion of the video and looking for the right visuals to use, out of curiosity, I did an online search for Bridoux Salient, the name of the trench line where this event occurred. To my surprise, the Australian War Memorial website had an aerial photo of the Bridoux Salient from 1916. Again, I thought, wow, that's awesome, a photo of the actual location from the story. Full of excitement from finding that image, I clicked back in my browser and quickly skimmed the other search results. There was another link that seemed unrelated at first glance, but I clicked on it just to see what it was. It brought me to a page that had a photo of a tombstone and a panel of text with information about this person's grave. I thought, oh, it's a war cemetery website. At that moment, I was briefly distracted by something on my phone. Once finished with that distraction, I brought my attention back to the monitor and was ready to move on with my video editing. Just as I was about to close the webpage, my eyes caught a glimpse of some text on the screen. Died. Killed in action. France, 5th of May, 1916. I paused for a moment. That's the date from the story. Skimming more of the text, it described that this soldier was stationed in the Bridoux Salient when it was hit with a German barrage and trench raid. I navigated the site and found a list of other soldiers buried in this cemetery. Every name was listed along with their rank and the unit they belonged to. I saw several names listed for the 20th Battalion and began to click on them to view each soldier's profile. As I went down the list, I noticed a trend. Died May 5th. Died May 5th. Died May 5th. An intense feeling of realization struck me. These are the guys. These are the guys from my story. Some of the pages had a photo of the soldier, which I began examining with a deeper appreciation. And then, I noticed their ages. Age 34, age 25, 23, 21, 19. I slumped back in my chair as a wave of melancholy washed over me, and under my breath I muttered something I can't repeat here. I was looking at the faces of these young men who were killed in this incident, an incident which, moments ago, were words in the voiceover for my video. I sat for a bit, contemplating what I had discovered, and felt deeply for the loss of life in war. I think that's enough for tonight, I thought to myself. It's time to focus on something else. I closed the webpage and saw the photo of the Bridoux Salient I still had open. The caption provided with the photo said it was believed to have been taken shortly after this barrage. You can see the artillery damage in the area. I continued to look at it for a while, lost in my thoughts. But as I was about to wrap up for the night, another curiosity struck my mind. I wonder if I can find the location of this trench on a modern map. I knew that many war cemeteries are usually not far from the site of the battle where the soldiers fell, so I had a starting point. I opened Google Earth, found the cemetery, and began to search the surrounding area. I had a few moments of doubt that I would be able to accomplish the task as I struggled with the orientation on the map. But then, I found it. This is what the Bridoux Salient looks like today. Here you can see this road right down the middle, and these other roads that match the photo. It's amazing that these roads are largely unchanged after 11 decades. I used Street View to go up and down the road, searching for any evidence of the trenches that had run through it, but I couldn't find anything. It has been worn away by time. But there was something I did notice that made me think. There was a house in the area, and from the street view I could see a man who appeared to be walking toward a vegetable garden. I thought, I wonder if he knows what happened here, essentially in his backyard. It's a fascinating contrast to contemplate. This area, this small piece of land, where this man is watering his garden today, was the same site where a storm of shrapnel ended the lives of those young men I saw in the photos 110 years ago. Due to this experience, I felt it was even more important to share their story in my video. Much like the scars in the landscape, the memory of these men is fading with time. These men traveled 10,000 miles from their homeland to fight in a field in France, but they never went home, and many others on all sides shared the same fate. Sharing these stories is what makes history so thought-provoking. For me, what started as a search for information on an artillery barrage turned into a much deeper experience. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you sticking around even though it was a bit different from my other content. Don't worry, I'm still making my usual videos. Everyone has been loving the gameplay in my videos, but I sense that most of you are genuinely fascinated by the history first and foremost. There are some details that don't make it into the final cut of my videos, so I may occasionally put out a video like this if there's something I'd like to share that might be lacking in game visuals. Let me know what you think, and if you enjoyed hearing this story, consider giving the video a like. Until next time, take care and be well.